High Tide is an Alberta-based cannabis corporation focused on the manufacturing and wholesale distribution of smoking accessories and cannabis lifestyle products. High Tide is a vertically integrated company with portfolio subsidiaries including RGR Canada Inc., Kush West Distribution Inc., Smokers Corner Limited, GrassCity.com, Canna Cabana Inc., and the majority of Kush Bar Inc. High Tide Incorporated trades on the CSE under the ticker symbol HITI.
Joining me now is Raj Grover. He's the CEO of High Tide Inc. Raj, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's so great to finally have you here.
I have to get you a little present for hosting me.
For me?
All for you, my friend.
Little me?
All for you. And that's a pre-launch piece as well. So this is limited edition. It's not out yet. So we're launching that on February 28th. At a convention in Vegas.
What have we got here?
Well, you've got an all-in-one piece, signed by Snoop, of course.
Yeah.
So, you can facilitate this for herbs, and when dabs are legal in Canada, then you've got it all. Until then, you got to save your dab tool there, but everything else works.
So this is my dab deck.
That's right.
And what about this one?
That's a carb cap to control the airflow of your dab.
Wow.
This one's your herb bowl, which is interchangeable, and that's your dab tool.
Beautiful glass.
Yes, this is designed by ourselves and Snoop in California and manufactured overseas in one of our facilities.
Well, I'm going to get high as tonight just trying it on out.
Hey.
Look at that. Thank you, brother. That's awesome. Leave that right there.
You got it.
For those who don't know, what does High Tide do?
So, High Tide is 10 years in business. We're celebrating our 10th year. So High Tide started in 2009 with a single store operation called Smokers Corner. And today we're made of 6 different operating entities. So we've got, to simplify it, we've got 2 operating entities in the wholesale distribution division, which is manufacturing, wholesale, and distribution. So we sell, water pipes, hand pipes, Sherlocks, grinders, vaporizers, you name it. The difference between us and any other regular distributor in the cannabis industry is we manufacture 75% of our catalog, just like that piece over there. So, we have seed to sale margins when it comes to accessories. So that's the wholesale division. What we're very proud of in our wholesale division is we've also cornered the paraphernalia licensing market. So we've got licenses such as Snoop, Trailer Park Boys, Paramount Pictures, Lionsgate Studios, Guns N' Roses, Sublime, to name a few.
Wow.
And counting every day.
And Midas letter.
Of course. Happy to do a deal with you.
Yeah, so we're going to start selling a lot of this merchandise as branded Midas letter in due course here.
I'm very excited about that because that's where our 10 years of expertise comes into play.
Right.
And I want to talk a little bit about our retail play, which is Canna Cabana, which is one of our most ambitious, cannabis retail store rollout. So we started with accessory shops. We have 14 accessory shops, running in the country. But we also have maximum permits achieved in Alberta. So we're not behind any of our competitors that have maximum permits, which are either publicly traded or private companies. We've already achieved that, but on top of that, including a couple of LOIs in Saskatchewan, couple of LOIs in Ontario. We signed 2 deals with the lottery winners. But what makes us different is, we're not trying to be the Apple store. We're not trying to be a record store. What we really are is the one-stop shop of cannabis. We know our customer for the last 10 years. It's the same customer. We have the age, the demographic, the average income, what they like, what they buy. We know the accessories that sell. So, the differentiation between a Canna Cabana outlet and any of our other competitors really is that it's a one-stop shop for our customers. They come in, we're not sending them to a smoke shop or a head shop after to buy stuff. We're all-in-one solution, and we can provide them the variety, and even our competitors are buying our products.
Wow, so do you guys sell cannabis?
Of course. So we have 4 Canna Cabana locations that are selling cannabis in Alberta. We have 8 opened in total. We have 26 more that are in various stages of construction. The moratorium in Alberta, but that's not affected us from opening them up as cannabis accessory shops, educate the customers, sell accessories, because that's what we've been doing for 10 years. And then we still have 4 stores open for cannabis. But every day, every month, the supply is getting better, so we have more and more coming online. But we're ready to rock and roll with maximum locations pretty much everywhere in the country.
Yeah, wow. So do celebrities come to you and say, hey, we want to license our stuff for paraphernalia to you?
So, I take a lot of pride in this because we were the first guys to go to Paramount Pictures and convince them to give us a studio license. Studios are billion-dollar enterprises. They don't deal in the marijuana world. but they've seen our level of packaging, our quality, what we do. We had a deal with Snoop, and that kind of opened up the doors from there. And because we were manufacturers of pretty much everything we sell, or 75% of what we sell, it was an easy connection there. Now we're with Lionsgate Studios. We have some really interesting licenses coming, so stay tuned.
American Psycho water pipes. Ooh. Roger, you've been the recipient of pretty significant investment from one of our favorite companies, Aurora. They put $10 million in on February 13th, and that's a coup no matter how you cut it. What attracted Aurora to High Tide?
So this is another moment where High Tide is extremely proud to be partners with Aurora. Aurora's kind of kept an eye on us for the last couple of years when they were looking at accessories. Not just investing $10 million in High Tide, they've also given us our largest PO to date. And we're not only manufacturing Aurora branded accessories, but we're also distributing it through our platforms and our 3,000 stores worldwide, so the Aurora name gets out. Terry's kept a close eye on our accessories business, and it's just taken off from there.
3,000 stores worldwide?
That's right. Our accessories are sold in 3,000 stores worldwide in 20 plus countries.
Wow. That's incredible. So can I ask you, what does the revenue picture look like in 2019? So
when we were a private company, last year, 2018, our revenue was $10 million. Now that we're public, we're expected, if we don't open a single location of cannabis anymore, which is highly unlikely because I said we did 2 LOIs in Saskatchewan, 2 in Ontario. We've got some in the line in Alberta. We'll do about 25 million plus. And if any of these stores come online, we're talking about north of $50 million.
Wow. Okay, so what kind of net income are we talking here?
So, our gross margins are absolutely fabulous because of accessories. But again, cannabis
because
retail...
you manufacture 75%
that's right.
of your stock.
So, some of our competitors have put numbers out there on what their breakdown is between cannabis and cannabis accessories. We can proudly tell you that our average Canna Cabana store, out of the 4 locations that are open, we do 16% of all of our revenue in accessories. So once you have 50 to 100 stores open and you're vertically integrated completely, you're self-sustaining,
yes,
all of that margin is going to add up. So we're looking better just because we're not just cannabis, we're so much more than cannabis.
Wow, excellent. So tell me about some of these other accomplishments over the last little while. You're listed in Frankfurt. You've got deals with the lottery winners, some lottery winners in Ontario. So where is all this going? Where's 2019 going to do for High Tide and its shareholders? So we've had quite a bit of a run since December 17th. We only went public like 7 weeks ago, and we did so good, Aurora wanted to put a press release about us. So, and they mentioned everything, going to Frankfurt, getting listed in Canada, doing 2 deals with lottery winners, 2 letter of intents in Saskatchewan. Yep. So 2020 and 2019 is going to continue building on these successes. We're very focused on cannabis retail outlets, so we'll have maximum allowed retail outlets anywhere in the private provinces, the ones that have allowed recreational cannabis. Sure. And then, of course, we're trading on CSE, so we're looking at some American opportunities as well. Okay, great. I've got the chart up here on my NDI, if that's visible in the control room. And looks like you've essentially doubled in price since you started trading. When did you start trading exactly? December 17th, and when we started trading. And we started trading in the worst month in the history, in decades. So we're just getting ourselves out of it, and we're just getting started because we were at 97 million pre-market cap before going public, and today we're 110. So there's a lot of room to run, and we're only just getting started. How many shares outstanding? 197 million. 197 million. I could see what Aurora liked about you. No, that's great. Okay, so then in markets around the world, you've got stores selling cannabis accessories. Does that mean that you're perfectly positioned to be the first retail location to sell cannabis in those other jurisdictions once it goes legal there? So, we have partners for the last 10 years. These are partners that we've had existing in our database, like 300 plus. And that's what differentiating us. I just had a trip to Amsterdam, and I could literally add $50 million to my top line with friends of mine that have been doing business for 10 years. So we're just only getting this, started. But of course, these relationships built over last 10 years are really helping us, build the future play for High Tide. You bet. All right, Raj, we're going to leave it there. That's a great intro to the company. Looking forward to having you back. Thank you very much for my brand new brain-destructing water pipe. You got it. I will be using it with love, and we'll come back to you soon.